At First Alliance, making a difference is what we're all about.
My son, a few years ago, was diagnosed with leukemia. I remember exactly what that was like, the disruption that it takes in one's life. And when you're going through that experience, you're living your greatest fear, right? Am I going to lose a child? One of our families actually realized that. That story moved me in a big way. We made the tiniest difference in that person's life. That's why I do this. That's what makes it a success.
Cancer, before I had it, I didn't even know what it was. But like when I had it and I kind of knew a little bit more about this, I was like, wow, this is a bad disease.
One of the things he said is, I just have to keep going.
Kawasaki disease is what I had. It was not fun.
He just got everything. He got the flu. He got really bad asthma, the kind that put us in the emergency room with him not breathing many, many times.
I was with him the second time that he was diagnosed with cancer and went through the whole trip with him, and I got to see, you know, his experience firsthand.
My mom had suffered a major stroke last November.
When Sean came up to me, I felt like, wow, this is really happening.
When he jumped over the fence, I could not believe it.
It was just amazing. It was probably one of the best experiences of my life.
I just looked over at Ben's face and just saw his smile, and it was the best sight to see, his smile.
Make-A-Wish let me go to Disney World, and there we got to go on a special hotel and all that.
The whole experience felt like Christmas Eve.
It was excellent. It was more of a celebration that Nick is doing well.
At First Alliance, we've put together this rich culture. Think of it like a quilt. And that quilt is bound together by this incredible commitment to others, to making the lives of others better. Whether that be our borrowers, whether that be a coworker that needs a pat on the back or a pick-me-up, whether that be a coworker who's going through a difficult time, it doesn't matter the size or the scope of the act. What matters is the commitment to these acts of kindness. And it's present here at First Alliance. It's how we live, it's who we are.
My mom had suffered a major stroke last November, and I had to take a lot of my vacation time, a lot of my sick time to be able to care for her. And then when she became terminally ill over the summer, July, I didn't have any time left. And of course, I said I'll come into work, maybe I could work from home. I was trying to make things work because I couldn't afford to not get paid. And my boss called me just a couple days later, and she said, some really amazing people we work with have donated 6 weeks worth of time so that you can stay home with your mom and take care of her, not have to worry about work, not have to worry about coming in. And that was just so humbling and just touched my heart.
It's really important for companies to give back. Not all of them have adopted it, so I do think that John and First Alliance are on the cutting edge, taking a community approach to philanthropy and making it important not only for themselves, but also for all of their employees, and encouraging them to volunteer at events and to get really involved in the different charities that they support.
I decided that every year we'd have a golf tournament to raise money for Life is Good, Make-A-Wish Foundation, and Camp Hole in the Wall.
I can tell you that to know of a company that is willing to do all of what your company is willing to do, it means the world.
From First Alliance, getting that donation, that really helps out. It gives us more monies for the families, and it helps out tremendously.
I would tell companies that there's nothing more powerful that you can do with your money, that it's not a one-time transaction. You are sowing into someone's life in such a personal way that the gift comes back to you.
I think what Tara said is so eloquent and true. It was a simple morning getting ready to go to work with the Today Show in the background. They were running a story on Ben and his family and their experience meeting Shaun White at the Olympic Games. I can't explain the satisfaction and gratification that I felt at that moment in time. And she's right, it gives back tenfold. And it doesn't just give back today, it gives back every day. And I think the more people that embrace that reality, the more people we can get to follow this example, the better place this world will be.
We spend so much of our time wishing we could just be somewhere else. So many places yet to find in this world. It's where we've been that we forget about. Well, it's a long, cold road, no matter where you are. I won't spend my whole life waiting. I'm headed for the open road. There's something to be said about believing, even when I leave, this is my home. I won't spend my whole life waiting. I'm headed for the open road. There's something to be said about believing, even when I leave, this is my home. I'm moving on, but I'm taking this place with me when I go.